Hey, how's it going? Come on in. I'm Devin Fraser, that's Adam Sarty over there. Welcome to Firkinstein. Would you like beer?
Who doesn't like beer?
Absolutely. We're gonna hook you up with Beat This. It's a beer Adam Sarty came up with. It's pretty unique, very red, full of beets, nice and healthy.
All right.
So this is Firkinstein. This is how you build a brewery when you have little money and lots of time and energy. This is our malt liquor tank. It came from, I believe, PEI, this one.
That one came from
Moncton. So this is an old dairy tank that we decided to turn into a malt liquor tank. It's insulated, so the beauty of it is when we put something in here at 69.9 degrees, it's 69.9 degrees for hours. It's just awesome. Over here is our HLT, and basically that's just hot water. So what we'll do, we'll fill this overnight and we'll let it heat. And when we get out here in the morning, it's roughly 85 degrees, and we're ready to sparge and mash in. So one of the cool things of our process is we didn't want to paddle. We're kind of lazy, so we were trying to think of a way to mash in more efficiently. And funny story is, we were at work. A friend of ours said, "You guys are a bunch of idiots. They already invented something. It's called a cement mixer." And we're like, "You're an idiot, because it's gonna be food grade." And so we Google food grade cement mixer, and bang, there it is. So this bad boy here is the secret to our efficiency. So we wheel that. I sometimes drop it, so I let Adam do it usually. And it comes over here, and 6 o'clock in the morning we dump the grain in. So that's what mixes it up. It works tremendously well. So then we take the HLT, we shower over the grain after X period of time. That rinses all the sugars off, and we come to this boil pot. This boil pot has 4 elements in it, plus a homemade steam device. We use the coils of the dairy tank to help bring it up to boil. It's 92 amps. This brewery is good for 100, which means we have to turn off the heat pump, we got to turn off the air conditioners, my air compressor, everything, just to boil this thing. The lights dim. It's quite fun. First time we boiled, the steam was so violent that we couldn't see each other, so we had to come up with a simple solution to get rid of the steam, and here's Snuffleupagus. It's not pretty, but she works super well. The problem is we don't have the amps to run it, so we have to plug this into the house. So both power meters are going well. Then when the boil is done, we transfer over to the cold rooms, which hold our fermenters, but we go through this chiller. This little chiller here is really meant for an anode brewery. It's a little undersized for what we do, so we have to put it in these buckets. We got to take this ice from this 1970s ice machine, and we got to pump the water around it just to keep it as cold as we possibly can. The first time we used it, it drained my well. So yeah, I got enough water to beautifully filter through the sand filter and do about 2,000–3,000 liters of water, but I don't have enough water to run through the chiller. So the other odd thing we do that most breweries don't need to do, or any other brewery, Adam gets up bright and early in the morning, he fills up 250 gallons of his water, and that's the water we use to chill the wort. So then that goes into the cold room here.
Passion is the word of the day. Passion.
Yeah, this is bad. So we have 2 temperature controlled rooms. These are all homemade doors. Adam built everything himself here. They're all insulated. This wall comes out so we can use 2 tanks. That can go from 15 degrees for ferment temperature, or 2 degrees for cold crashing. Once that's all fermented and settled out, we transfer it over here. This is our cold room, and I only know that because of the sign.
We used to get so confused.
Yeah. And we put them in these bright tanks. And the bright tanks is what carbonates the beer. So we force CO2 through these stones, and eventually, after 3 days or so, we get beautifully carbonated beer.
Again, the bright tanks came from PEI.
These came from PEI. The boil pot came from the exhibition grounds in Bridgewater at the Dairy Barn. The last tank there, the HLT, came from the valley. Yeah, so that's how you build a brewery from nothing. But, this sink here was a throwaway from the Superstore. So we got this
When they did an upgrade.
when they did their renovation. So we got this very cheap. This came
From the same place as the
HLT. So we had to be as frugal as we could. That's the tour of Firkinstein. Thank you very much.
That was well done.